What's going on, guys? Gilbert Deltrez here. Gilly writes comics, creator of Galactic Rodents of Mayhem, my anthropomorphic love letter to Saturday morning cartoons. And I was in Walmart today trying to get something for the little man. And I came across some comic books that it was kind of refreshing, to be honest with you. Now, I know there's a little controversy surrounding Red Rooster. I know the Indiegogo, I think it was 2 years ago, I believe it came out. It made a nice bit of money. It was really well funded. And I know there were some gripes because the backers, it's been a while since they were getting updates. They haven't received their book. And I think Mitch Breitweiser was kind of showing that he had a deal in place with Walmart. You know, he teamed up to launch this brand called Allegiance Arts, and you know, which is pretty cool. You know, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess, you know, some people, they're just, you know, backers want their books. You know, they want them in a timely fashion too. You know, and I guess they can be a little worse for wear if they're seeing that the creator is doing all these kind of deals, publishing deals and stuff, and you know, they're, you know, kind of on the back end of receiving their full-fledged book. Now, I do want to say that I don't know too much about these individual comics. Again, when I saw them there on the shelf at the Walmart, it was literally $5 a piece, and that is kind of pricey. $20 just to buy some first issues here. At the same time, I get it. You know, they're not in comic book shops, or maybe they are, but they did have a deal with Walmart. So I've been in my local comic shop since they reopened, but I haven't seen anything new. I mean, I don't know if these are in your LCS. Cool. I haven't seen them in my LCS, but I saw them in Walmart. And I think it's really cool to see comic books at Walmart, especially of this quality, because I'm going to say right off the bat, the quality is there. It's top-notch quality. All these books have a style, a coloring style. It has an identity, even starting with Red Rooster, you know, your traditional superhero story. And again, the artwork, we're just going to do a quick flip here, looks really, really good. I'm not going to lie. Exquisite, man. This is really top-notch stuff. And I don't want to spoil too much, but again, it looks really good. I mean, $5 for a first issue. I get it's a little pricey, but you know, I'm all for supporting comics, and this is what they're doing is really professional, and I'm really impressed. For all your Allegiance Arts news, updates, and extras, stay on top of everything at Allegiance Arts. So they're really launching this publishing brand, and you know, they all came out at the same time, available at Walmart. I don't know when the next couple of books are going to come out. Original collectible comics. I mean, if you're targeting these at your comic book fan, I mean, you got to win, because again, there's a lot to enjoy. However, if you're trying to, you know, attract people that don't know anything about comics and you're putting it in a Walmart, still, I don't think there's going to be quite a bit of buzz for people that just are not into comic books. People like me, I'm into comic books, so I mean, I say if these are also available in your local comic shops, that's good. If they're available in Walmart, that's great. Although I don't think every single Walmart will be selling out of these. I think it determines on location, that kind of thing. But I look, they put a little sticker here. It says season premiere. Then up here on the top it says season 1, episode 1. So they're kind of, you know, the streaming is really big. Streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime with their exclusives. So there's definitely potential there, and I want to market these stories. I could definitely see something like a Bass Reeves, you know, coming like a Netflix original, only because, you know, you got a Black American cowboy that's based on a real figure. He was the first U.S. Marshal. So I mean, if it's, I bet there's you know, a multitude of people out there who probably have no clue about Bass Reeves. And if you want to introduce, you know, his story in this time. I think this is great. And the cowboy, cowboy story, Western genre is classic and timeless in my opinion. So it's just a matter of, I don't know how these will do sales wise. I don't know if, again, it looks great on paper. I just don't know if, for the long run, how it will hold. I definitely think they should put these books out as completed volumes for like the complete season 1 kind of thing. And I think that's if you look at least what I'm doing with Galactic Rodents of Mayhem, we will have a debut issue because we were picked up by a publisher, Scout Comics, and then we're going to follow up the debut issue with like the completed book. All my backers will be getting the completed book before it hits comic shelves. But the reason why I wanted to do that is because I like watching shows, and when I get into a good show, I kind of want to binge watch it. So I want to do that with comic books. I mean, because sometimes, you might have someone here that, they get their book, but then they might not get the second issue for whatever reason. Maybe certain copies are not available or whatever. And then it kind of gets, they're kind of thrown off. Everything gets a little bit disjointed, and they're not in a real ebb and flow when it comes to, reading the story as if they would have done in a full graphic, novel trade. So again, Red Rooster, this one looks promising, looks really good. I haven't read this one. I will do a review on each one, but I just wanted to give a quick flip here. This one is Blake Northcott, Nora Saga, and this looks great. I read her Everglade Angels. I backed it, and I'm going to be honest, I was disappointed with that. It felt rushed. It felt like there was no soul for me there. It was just meh. However, this is different because they're treating it like this is the pilot episode, the first episode to something, and this doesn't seem to me like it's going to be something that's rushed because you're going on an issue per issue basis. So you have, again, I don't know the premise here, I don't know what I'm getting into, but judging by the art, it's just incredible. It has its identity. I'm curious about Nora. I want to see what's going on with her. There's a crash, something with a crash here, and if you look at the beginning, there's hints to something. I guess it's like a fantasy. This looks really cool, especially if you look at the cover. Right, they got a wolf. We got this, dude with a with an axe. He looks like he could be right out of Game of Thrones. So I mean, again, this looks like it's mixing contemporary with fantasy. I always have fun with those type of stories. And again, if we just go by the artwork, it looks really good. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to get spoiled. But yes, this one looks really solid. Another cover here that looks incredible is the Futurists. And just look at the color. There's a story here. Look, is this? It looks like, is this Aladdin here wishing on something? We got a metal cat down here. A robot chimp or something. So again, this looks really, really cool. It definitely looks like a story you can get lost into. So judging by just looking at the production quality coming out of these comics, they look really, really good. The stories look to be going well. The sequential flow is pretty nice. And that's just doing a quick flip. This looks really good. The Futurists. Overall, I'm really impressed. Bass Reeves, I think, is great. For collectors, you're going to hate this Walmart sticker up here. I don't even want to pull it off. I'm just leaving it as it is. And again, Bass Reeves, I love Westerns, U.S. Marshal. So again, he's based on a real character. And I think what they're doing is they're kind of mysticizing him a bit, which for me works. And the fact he's based on a real character, it's amazing. I think these are the kind of stories also you got to put a limelight on, and he's definitely worthy of the real estate here. And this comic looks pretty good just looking at it. I'm really impressed. This is just beautiful work. I really hope they succeed, because again, I admire people that want to get comics out to everybody. I don't know if the Walmart audience will be an appreciative audience, but again, I guess time will tell for Allegiance Arts. As for me, I'm personally going to read these first issues. If I enjoy them, I won't be getting the second issue. I won't be getting the third issue. I won't be getting the fourth issue. It's not because I don't want to. It's just because budget-wise, I just can't. I can't do, let's say if there's 5, 25, I just can't. What I could do is probably wait for a trade. If they have a nice trade compilation, I might pick that up on Amazon or something like that. That I might do. They have an ISBN, so definitely they probably would have something available soon once a trade paperback comes to fruition. Is definitely what I'm interested in. But overall, this looks pretty solid. I'm very impressed. Me as an upcoming writer, I'd also love to have something thrown out there in Allegiance Arts, because I know my stuff will be in Walmarts around the nation. So again, that's a cool feeling. I hope these comics pick up. We definitely need to try everything we can to get comics accessible to everybody, because if you look at it, these are cinematic blueprints, right? These are TV show pilots in the schematic form, right? Because if you want to pitch something, if you pitch a comic book and you give this to a studio, they're gonna love it. They're gonna eat it up. If they like it, they're gonna visually see, yeah, this could sell. As far as determining whether it could sell based on Walmart sales, that's a whole other issue, a whole other copy. I, for one, I love traditional comic book size. I think if you have something bigger, something more like, I want to say cinematic in a way, like a magazine style. I know it's not your traditional comic book, format, but if you want to reach people that don't, read comics, maybe have something looking like a magazine, and more, maybe that could work. But either way, these are cool. They look fun. They definitely get me excited about comics. I bought all these first issues. I'm looking to read all of them, and I'm definitely looking to reading if I'm interested by the first issue. Because again, there's no guarantee that the first issue is going to hook me, right? Like, I might read the Red Rooster, I might not get hooked. I might read this, I might not get hooked. I might read this, I might not get hooked. This, I think I'm gonna get hooked. I'm just gonna say this one looks like I'm gonna get hooked just because of the source, just because of the source material we're dealing. We got westerns here, man, and he's based on a true persona, a true person. So I like that. I love stories that are surrounded by real people. I think that's cool. Again, you can mystify a little bit. You could stretch a bit of the facts here, but that's the beauty of comic books, right? So Bass Reeves looks like a real heavy contender for me to be interested. Nora Saga also. The Futurist, I'm curious about. Red Rooster, not sure. Again, I'll read each of these ones. I'll give it its due time. I'll have a review for each one, and I'll let you know which ones I'm definitely going to be looking forward to following wholeheartedly. Anyway, guys, this is Gilly Writes Comics here. Definitely be sure to take a look at Galactic Rodents of Mayhem when it debuts in December with Scout Comics. Also, take a look at my latest Kickstarter. It's a Star Wars fan comic called DARTH, KRELL, COMETH. Check it out, guys. Really cool stuff I'm working on as far as myself creating comics. And as always, please let me know if you saw these in your Walmart. What'd you think? Did you read these? Are you excited? What are your thoughts? If you backed the original Red Rooster campaign, are you a little sour still that you're seeing other people read a physical copy of just the first issue before maybe you can even get your hands on a physical full volume? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Definitely please like and subscribe. That's how I grow my audience. That's how I grow my channel, because again, I'm always going to be reviewing comics and stuff, movies, what have you, and I'm always going to be creating comics. I'm a creator, and that's the story, my guys. Till next time, peace out.